the big pirate ship in Tampa, Florida. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Tulane Green Wave and the USF Bulls. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Well, guys, the Bulls head coach told me before the game, one of the things he's doing and his offensive coordinator is to make sure their wonderful wide receiver gets the ball. This transfer came in and has really put up yards and been productive. Close to 1,000 yards here today. He said, we're going to look on the play sheet, make sure we're getting him the ball, keeping track of how many times he's touching it. That's the game plan they're starting with. I'll keep you posted how that looks here in the first quarter. Guys?
Okay, Holly. And the Bulls ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Here's the return from inside his 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So Tulane's offense will go to work first. And we get our first look at Chris. Led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out. Quick give. It's McClure. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Keeps it on the option. Turning it on. Past the 50. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Tulane right back to the line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him. So he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Off-play action. Unloads to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. The Bulls offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Let's put the focus now on Kenny Odom. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power forward. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Out wide left, it's Rogers. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Bulls are rolling down the field. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Working the ground game. Breaks into the open. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Collins. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Final game of the regular season, and you just hope this is not serious. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Out wide right, it's Smith. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. On the move. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Keep it on the ground. Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Bulls have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Caught on the RPO. Run ends there.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
2nd and long here. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeps it moving. It's McClure. Just smothered on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Nestles it in at the 35. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Trying to establish the run. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Across the 35. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Bulls come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Making the adjustment. Snap on first down, wants to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, it's picked off.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Rides to the back. And I think they'll mark him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't help much with the breathing room, but on the upside, they avoided the safety. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. keeping it on the ground inside. It's McClure. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Well, he was trying his best to get out of the end zone, but the penetration up front is what got that safety for the defense. Shooting their gaps, winning the one-on-ones. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. The give to the lone running back. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. And he's brought down after a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Finds a man in the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. This time they'll go to the running game. It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Complete on the left to Smith. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. And the Bulls want to crank the tempo. They'll throw it from the red zone. It's complete on the right side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Gonna look downfield again. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Good, right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Back to pass, it's Croman Hope. Left side is Sullivan. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Powers inside. Makes him talk to the hand. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the play. Tells the run, wants to pass. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Caught, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Looking for a crease. It's McClure. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running inside, it's McClure. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one. Got 3 on first down, it's 2nd and 7. This time they'll throw it. Had to get rid of it quickly, and he gets it away.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Tulane comes to the line, lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll look to pin him deep. Trying to make one miss. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, it's Collins. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And the Bulls send out the punt unit. Makes a nice grab at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Third and long coming up. Back to throw. It's Ncaa27Cuh. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a fourth down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Punt is in the air on fourth down. On the return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points.
There he goes. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Tulane. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Out wide left, it's Sullivan. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Scanning the field, it's Ncaa27Cuh. Pulls it in, it's Rogers. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Bulls, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Caught. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
This offense is putting on an absolute clinic, and defenses that have to watch this film are not going to like what they see. They've already got a big lead early in the game. 3 plays, 3 first downs on this drive. There's nothing you can say outside of this quarterback just being a student of this offense. He prepares so well leading up to game time. He's putting it all on display.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time he's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Bulls! They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Plows through the defense. They didn't even let that one get started as they stuff things up in the middle, and the clock winds down here late in the second quarter.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Rush is on. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Making his first move. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College studio update. He'll bring it out. It's Alexis. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too.
Looking for a big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And so they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Look out! And down he goes.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Rush right in his face. And he avoids the sack.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Changing the routes with his receivers. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Still looking to his right. There he goes. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
2nd down to the air. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
Number 96 sets a kickoff.
Looking for blockers. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They will get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt, but this offense would like...
Found a seam on the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll ride the hot hand. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
The play fake. Got it. Turning it on. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's McClure. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Greenway. A great catch and run for 6. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Trying to run, it's McClure.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This USF offense will open this drive right here. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Just feeds the running back. Here's a little room there. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The offense set for a 1st down play. Sets his feet. It's Croman Hope. Got his man on the right. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Hits inside. It's Collins. Breaks into the open. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, USF. And the pummeling has started.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, we've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. If you can't jump out of your gap, you can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Got it in the middle. It's Lewis. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Trying to take it back. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Quick give. It's Collins. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Soft spot in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. Hand it to the back. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Bulls have this offense rolling. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. Fires left side, it's Smith. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And the Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Right side, it's Sullivan. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Snags a quick pass on the left. Right down the gut of the field. The 40. The 30. He's at the... And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Green Wave. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the fourth quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game, it looks like.
Looking downfield, it's Croman Hoke. With the catch, it's Rodgers.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The running back has it. He's past the marker. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Fresh setter downs going to the air. In the backfield, it's Collins. Oh, he's got some room entered to the goal line. Touchdown Bulls. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They stretch this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, down here on the Tulane sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The fake and wants to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 1st. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. 2nd and long here. Gonna run it. It's McClure. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the catch on the left. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Green Wave picked up a fresh set of downs through the air. Let's see if they go right back to it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hill. There he goes. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he added the extra point. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the fourth quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now, even more down the stretch.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Out wide right, it's Sullivan. Snags it, and he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. On the move from inside is 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Quarterback keep. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for space. It's McClure. Timeout now called by USF, and that's their final one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. On the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a...
Makes the grab in their space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. He's changing the play. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. A shot toward the end zone. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.